guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going ahead on to get started this morning because I got to get my potatoes out of the jacket and get my butter to them before they cool off too much anymore. But let me tell you what we'll be doing this morning. I'm going to be doing a southern sweet potato pie with a twist. Let me tell you this real quick, guys. I already have up a sweet potato recipe, and I'll tell you more details of it when I mean a sweet potato pie recipe, and I give you more details on it when I get started mixing the pie. But first off, let me tell you what we're gonna be, what I'm gonna be using for this here southern sweet potato pie with the twist. Okay, I have like six. I think there's 6 medium. Those are sweet potatoes. And over here I have 2 cups of this white granulated sugar, and then I got a half a teaspoon of salt, whatever type of salt you want to use. That's just a little sea salt right there. Okay, in those little dishes I have a half a teaspoon of nutmeg and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and this right here, you guys, is butter flavor, right? But I'm gonna be using a teaspoon of that, and then okay, I got my vanilla over here, and I'm going to be using, I'm getting in the way of that camera when I do that. Okay, and I'm gonna be using a couple of teaspoons of that, and then in the bowl I have 3 large eggs, and I have 1 stick of butter. You can use salted, unsalted, whatever your preference is. And that's been kind of, that's softening, that's soft. And then I had my eggs in out a little bit. I do kind of let them get a little room temperature too. That's for easy mixing. And then okay, I have a half a cup of sour cream. And I almost forgot to tell you, this right here is 3 tablespoons of, you know what I use, guys, self-rising flour. 3 tablespoons of self-rising flour. Okay, and you're gonna need your mixer and the potato masher. But what I'm going to do, because in my first video I showed you guys how I boil my potatoes and how I got them out and how I get them out of the jacket. Okay, I'm not gonna go back through that. When I leave off, I'm gonna already be getting my potatoes out the jacket, and then we gonna go from there. Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and let me tell you what I already done did. I got my potatoes out of the jacket, and I got that 1 stick of butter over there in here, and I'm going to just start mashing it with my potato masher. These sweet potatoes really smells good. But let me, before I just want to get this here butter started to melt, because you know I told you I don't melt my butter before I put it in there. I let that warmth from the sweet potato put it in there. And my sweet potatoes had really cooled off a lot, because while I was getting stuff ready, but this thing I had my butter softened. Okay, let me tell you what I'm going to do. This is that 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to take this here 3 tablespoons of flour, that's self-rising flour. I'm going to put that in there. And this here half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put it over there. Let's kind of get this here mixed up together. I wanted to show you guys that in my other video, but that was one of my, I think it was probably about the 2nd or 3rd video I did. And it just wasn't the greatest, and you know, I didn't really have, you know, my equipment. It was what it was. I'm not going to complain. But if you see the video, you know it's not the quality. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that's this, the teaspoon of cinnamon and the half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Now, if you like more spices of this, or you like something extra, guys, put it on in there. Because my mama used to put allspice in her sweet potato pie. But and I started off doing that, but I'm just not the crazy of that allspice. Crazy about that allspice. It's a taste in there, I don't know what it is. I just really didn't care for it. But I'm gonna tell you something else. I use allspice now, but not in my potato pies. I use it in the barbecue sauce. But it don't taste the same as it used to be. Cause when I was first started out cooking, I tell y'all all the time, this stuff was powerful. Now, like I used to do in my first recipe, I only put like a fourth a teaspoon of nutmeg, because that stuff used to be so strong, and that was just all you needed. Don't it would take all the way over your food if you mess around and got too much of that in there. The older cooks always stress that, and it would give it one of the best flavors. So it's probably some out there still is good, but I haven't found it yet. Okay, now I have my 3 eggs. I have that. I always just kind of beat them up before I started. So let me finish getting this here. These are potatoes mashed up, and we'll go ahead on and put my vanilla in, guys. That's the vanilla and the butter flavor. That's a twist. If you haven't put butter flavor in your sweet potato pies, try it. It don't take no more than about a teaspoon, and also put your vanilla in there. Now I have put lemon flavor in my sweet potato pies, but I just never could get acquainted, and not that it wasn't good, but I just never could get acquainted with that lemon with the sweet potatoes. When you are raised up old school, certain things you don't get acquainted with. I know a lot of people put the lemon in there, and I have eaten pie with the lemon in it, but when I do my own, I don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this here sugar mixture. When I get all this here stuff mixed up in there, guys, I'm going to put my mixer to it. And like I was telling you, a lot of things in that first video, the camera cut off, and then we tried to, I don't know, but I had a lot of people to email me and ask me questions about it, which was great, and I got them, you know, I told them what they was asking, especially with the temperature on the oven. Because let me tell you guys this here before I go any further, and I'm fixing to do it now because I hadn't pre-baked my oven. Okay, these pies, I left it like this so that now I'm going to start these pies out on 400 degrees, and that's only because for 10 minutes, let me get this on. I'm gonna start them out on 400 degrees for 10 minutes, and then once that 10 minutes is up, I'm going to turn my oven down and finish baking it maybe for about 55 to 60 more minutes. The reason I do that is to ensure I don't pre-bake my pie crust.
What are you going to turn it down to?
I'm going to turn it down to 350. You're going to finish baking it on 350 for the rest of the time. And like I didn't get that right in the first one. I had it right, and I don't know. I think Brittany did that video. She said, "Mama, some of the stuff just got cut out." That camera used to do some of everything back then. Okay. I always make sure that my potatoes are really cool down before I put my egg over in there. And I ain't got to worry about that too much because my potatoes were pretty cool before I started out. I had to kind of hurry up because I didn't want to move this out. I didn't want to get it too cool that the butter, it wouldn't melt the butter. Stuck my finger right into the have to pull on the bowl and put it in, put my finger in it. I think I got sour cream everywhere. Go ahead on and put my sour cream. You can wait till right before you put the eggs in. Go ahead on and blend your sour cream, or you can blend it both of them in there together. But I always like to, you know, I told you guys I like to do stuff in stages. That makes for easy mixing. You know, so I'm gonna mix it in just a little bit. Scrape my bowl now. What was I telling them, Gary? I forgot.
Talking about the allspice stuff you didn't put in your potatoes. Like?
Oh, I thought I had got past that. There wasn't much to tell on that. Okay, I'm gonna put my eggs on over, guys. Put my eggs in. And like I told you, don't want to put them eggs in that there when the potatoes is really hot. 9 times out of 10, because some people bake their potatoes, and then some people peel their potatoes, and some people use canned potatoes. All of that is still, excuse me.
Your potatoes, you used the 6 potatoes?
Yeah.
How long did you boil them to, you know, ready to cook?
I boiled them an hour. I boiled them about an hour, and I think 20 minutes, about an hour. Better. A little, you know, just what you do, start them out on high, and then you cut them down to like medium high, and then after you let them bake for boil for about an hour, just kind of insert a knife in there. That knife goes in real easily and smooth without any type of resistance. Your potatoes ready.
Okay.
You know, I was trying to think of whatever else I forgot in that there. And I'm going to tell you something else, you guys. Let me get this kind of mixed up a little bit. You can easily freeze your sweet potato pies. Like if you're going to fix some sweet potato pies for Thanksgiving and all that, unless you is real particular about that and want them baked the same day that you are, that you're going to eat them, I'm going to tell you something. Back then it didn't happen like that. When my mama used to do her baking, her cakes, and her pies and stuff would be out of the way. Let me get this in phone for somebody's name come through. Call from. That was Kat. She may be calling back, so you can tell her that I'm busy, and I'll get her back as soon as I can. What was I telling you guys? Yeah, they do that ahead of time. I think that I'm going to come back and insert a little clip. Just tell her I'm sorry I hung up on her, but I'll get her right back. I'm going to insert a little clip to show you how I get my pies ready to put in the freezer. Because usually I have some type of pies in the freezer. Especially like when I'm taking something up to my father-in-law, because you know he likes sweets and stuff. But if I want to have something sweet for him, I have like I keep like sweet potato pies and buttermilk pies. I usually have some of those frozen out there to have with the meal. And but I think I'll do that for you guys. I come back in and show you. I'm not gonna say anything. This ain't gonna be just inserted in there. How I wrap and get my oh, that was sour cream. I'm like, what was that? And get my pies ready to put in the freezer. I sure will. And see, a lot of this stuff is in that other video that I'm not going into details with telling you. And the reason that I did go into so much, or tried to go into so much details when I did my first pie, is simply because I was trying to take in consideration that it was some young, young cooks that had never baked a pie and stuff like that. Certain stuff that we know and just think, oh, that's common sense. They may not know it. So I tried to be a little bit more detailed with them. With this. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I usually put about 3 cups of filling in each pie. Now, I use regular pie shells. I don't use a deep dish, but if you want to use a deep dish, it probably take more filling or whatever your preference is with your pie crust. Let me tell you something else too, guys. When I first was taught to they can go in there with to bake pies and stuff like this, I don't know, and I'm not gonna say for sure because I just didn't know, but I know what we had. They did their own pie crust. My mama, I knew how to do a pie crust, along with her, and but they didn't have. I don't even know if they sold pie crusts back there, and now in the 70s. After we left the country and stuff like that, I don't know if my mama knew about it or what. Nobody thought about this stuff. We didn't know that all this would be important. She discovered their pie crusts, the already baked pie crusts, and that's what she used. Some is better than others. Back when I first started baking and using pie crusts, it was a certain particular brand that I used. And that's what I still use. I found some other brands that's just as well. And it's a popular brand, a well-known brand. And I heard a YouTuber say that, a content provider say that the YouTube don't want us to be giving brand names and stuff out. Which they had never really told me that about. And I'm like, why? But I understand why, because, they do... they do commercials, and do ads, and if a company hadn't paid them to advertise their brand, or either if somebody wants you to do a collab on their brand and you done already did this brand, but see what I would do, I don't know about nobody else, if it's not a brand that I use, I haven't used, I would test it, because everybody uses different stuff. I'm gonna tell the truth on whatever on testing. Now that I ain't, you won't ever have to worry about me not over doing stuff like that. You might not like it if I tell you it's okay, but I'm not gonna be telling you something is good and I done tested and think it's not good, and probably won't even do the ad for it, because I'm having people to reach out to me now and ask me to do different little collab stuff. And if I think it's something that you guys is interested in or whatever, I will be doing it, to have that little extra on the channel and stuff for you. Because you don't know, we can learn a lot. And let me say this here, because I'm getting ready to put these pies in the crust. I had one of my beautiful spirit subscriber send me a recipe for a cake. And I plan on sharing that recipe with you guys, because it sounds delicious, and I haven't did it before, and I'm not gonna pre-test it. We're gonna have a little fun with that. You're gonna see me do this cake for the first time. And this type of cake, I'm not gonna tell you what kind it is yet. I love them, and I was just like, oh, what a blessing, because I have tried different cakes, different recipes with this particular cake, and they was okay, but I'm just kind of excited to try her recipe. She said it was her aunt used to make it, and being a baker and being a cook, It just sounds real good, and it's nothing real complicated. I hope you guys see by my recipes and stuff that I use, giving you guys a basic foundation for cooking, that I try to use simple recipes, but tell you to go in and make this recipe and stuff your own. Because with my first potato pie, I was just giving you the basic foundation. And in that potato pie, I told you, when I first learned to put do sweet potato pies, with my mother teaching me, she said don't use milk. She did not use milk in her pies and stuff like that. And I never did think why not or whatever, but I didn't. In the pie, I didn't use milk in my pies. I always turned out fine. But nowadays, you know, most people use the milk, and if you accustomed to using milk, use the milk. But reason I would think with the sweet potato, the reason you would want to use milk is to try to get the consistency right. And if you look how loose this is, if you go put some milk off up in there, I don't see that. I can't see that potato pie may not set right. So that's the reason she, might have been saying that. And then like some potatoes are more dense. It's more dense than the other, and you would probably need to some condensed milk or whatever to kind of loosen that batter up to get it to the right consistency. All right, you guys, I'm going to I'm getting my pie crust. I have them right here, and I know you guys don't want to see me put the filling in the pie crust. You just want to see the finished product. So the cut time and all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna fill my pie crust, and then I'm gonna go off, and I probably just come back on when the pies is baked. And as always, if you have any questions that you need to ask me, just drop me an email. I'll be more than glad to help you with it. And that twist that I told you guys about was that sour cream. You may have already, and let me know, have you ever tried sour cream in your sweet potato pie? I love it in there. Oh, it really takes, it changes the texture. Guys, I have baked sweet potatoes so many different ways. Because my mama used to fix like a sweet potato bread, where she would fix it like in a baking dish, and it didn't have a crust to it. It would just be the sweet potatoes. You just really just add more flour, and the other ingredients be the same, and maybe an egg or two more. And then she also used to bake sweet potato pies with pineapple in it, crushed pineapples in it. And then I tell you another thing that she used to do with the sweet potato pies. And I told you that they used to sell little small pastries. I told you that in the other recipe. Little small pastry dishes. It was little pie crusts, little tins, and the little extra filling, she would put it over in there and put it on a cookie sheet and bake it up in it. And the kids love it. I used to do it all the time with it. But that twist that I had, y'all, I was telling y'all that this is southern sweet potato pie with a twist, was that sour cream and that butter. And I want you guys to let me know, have you ever tried it with the sour cream and butter? I know you probably done tried it with the lemon filling and the lemon flavor and the brown sugar and all of it. I've tried all of it. I can't tell you how many ways I have tried.
Sour cream and butter, or the sour cream and butter flavor?
Yeah. Thank you, Tucker. The sour cream and then the butter flavoring. Now that takes it all to a new level. I mean, your potato pie is gonna stand out there. I'm the type person, I don't like to brag on anything, but the reason that I didn't share this as my first recipe with you guys, because I told you I was trying to do old landmark style cooking. Trying to take y'all back to the old fashioned cooking and show you how easy it was when I first learned to cook. So let me get these pies in the shells and the crust, and get them baked up and come back and show you guys the finished product, and even cut you a slice of. Okay guys, I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. And listen, I had already ended this video out, and I had to do a redo. because I ended the video and then I told you guys, let me cut you a slice. I had already told you it was too hot and all that stuff. I shouldn't be cutting it. And you know, when you do stuff you know you ain't supposed to be doing, you always get in trouble. So when I was cutting it and I got it out with my thing, I turned it over and it just, you know, just crumbled on up. And so I just told, let's end it and do another one. And let me get a slice of pie in here like I should. It's done cooled down a little bit now, but it's still hot. So so let me end the video, and then I'm gonna hold this pie up so you guys can see what it looked like on the inside. And once it's cooled, it sets real firm and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's one of the reasons you don't put that milk in it. So if you like my video, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know whether or not you ever baked a sweet potato pie with the butter extract. Remember, I put butter and vanilla, and then I also put a half of a cup of sour cream. Let me know, have you ever had a sweet potato pie like that, or have you ever did it on your own? And if you try it, you're gonna fall in love with it. And I'm going to start sharing some of my what you would call it, variations of different recipes and stuff that I, you know, kick it up a notch. I'm gonna start sharing some of that with you guys since I have gotten more comfortable with the channel, and I think I know a lot of you. I think I know a lot of you guys, and you about have the same taste. Some of you have the same taste that I have, or your family do. So I'm gonna share some of them their upgrades videos with you. But anyway, this is the pie, what it looked like on the inside. Is I'm holding it right? Mm-hmm. And this is the slice that I cut to share with you guys. And this is a regular pie crust. It's not the deep dish, but if you like deep dish, by all means go ahead on and do your deep dish. Now this here made 3 pies. The 6 medium-sized potato I had, it turned out the other one is not as full. Then I got it baking in the oven now. And you know, I told you I'm going to do that little insert to show you guys how I freeze my pies. I had almost forgot it, you guys, but they got to cool off a lot more before I do that. So I'm going to go ahead on and end this video for now. And remember all the spiel I say. Stay safe, God bless, and they may love you guys. Bye. Okay, you guys, I'm just going to show you how. I hope I got enough plastic wrap. How I do my pies when I'm getting ready to put them in the freezer. Just lay your piece of your plastic wrap out. Make sure you lay enough. Don't be skipping on it, because you want to try to protect it. Guys, I had the worstest time with the plastic wrap, and this is a whole lot better than what I normally have with it, but it's almost at the end, so I gotta get some more. Usually I make a bigger mess, but this is, I like this kind. You see how you use a zip line to cut it? That's a whole lot better than that other one. Being that other plastic wrap has a big bite. I may have to put another piece on here, but I just take it. I don't think I cut enough off, but I believe I did. If I didn't, I'll just wrap another piece on there. After I wrap it with the plastic wrap, make sure your plastic wrap is wrapped good. Now, because I'm going to go back in and put some more under there, but I'm just showing you how I do it. And then this is some heavy duty aluminum foil. Sitting in that heavy duty aluminum foil, and then I just I'm gonna come from the other end with that. And I have to cut another piece. It's a big roll of it, so I didn't want to bring it over here. And you can usually take if you don't want to, if you're not going to be putting it in a plastic bag, like I normally put mine in a plastic bag too. But when I don't, I write sweet potato pies on there because I do other pies like pecans and all that other stuff. And I just roll it in. Like I said, it was heavy duty. And I get me a freezer bag. And it's not wasteful when you're doing freezer bags like this here. Because when you take it out that freezer, this freezer bag's still good. I wouldn't dare throw this away. I use it for whatever else. I usually have a kind of zip up on the top. But that's alright too. And my phone go again, guys. And that's all to it, you guys. Ready for the freezer.
Custom, stove,
You can cut.
and cheese.
That's it?
All I'm gonna do is insert. I wasn't gonna end it.